Hi everyone. This is the 2019 May paper business Edexcel. Paper 2, investigating large business paper. So this paper also you can see the features of main paper like 1.5 hour paper now. And this paper is a regional paper. Therefore, not like a normal paper. It's a regional paper. So you can see. Not a regional paper. There are two sets of papers mainly: normal paper and regional paper. So this is the paper code for BS102 large business. There are two papers are coming, small business and large business. So small business means it can be like a case study where we sole trader or a partnership. But large business means let's look at this paper, the examples of large business. Like other papers, so there's a formula sheets that are given like this. You everyone know. Let's move on to the case study. Okay, Tata. So it's a large business, everyone know, very famous company. Tata Motor began trading in 1868 and now is part of the large group of companies that are estimated to be worth around 100 billion US dollars. Tata Motor Company manufactures wide range of cars, buses and trucks, as you might know that thing. They have recently bought some, I think, Jaguar and Land Rover. So JLR. So they bought this company, they merged, they actually acquired this company, and then now they are Tata Motor Company, like one of the biggest companies in the world. And also they manufacture their normal range of their cars, buses, trucks, like especially Indian market. It's very famous, and also India's largest maker of the vehicles is manufacturing center in many countries, including the Korea, Italy, and the UK. They have so they are multinational country. They have spread their arms and they stretch their arms and right mainly all around the world. So one of the main names of the Tata Motor Company is to produce the good and public want and needed. And also as a conglomerate company, you can see not only the motor vehicle, they have hotels, they have IT sector, they have the power and generation and the mining, steel industry is a like conglomerate business, right? It's a, conglomerate business, right? As a result of that, organizations always actually this kind of organization has to be very well like manage their services. So we'll see. So one of the they say the Tata Motors play an active role in the community development, such as building schools, houses, investing. This is PR thing, public relation things. Like organization, they have to focus about their public relation. In organization, they have to focus about the organization, the goodwill, the reputation is really important because then only people get to know, okay, this company is really good, they are helping us, they are our society, our community, therefore we should buy their products. Okay, let's go to the MCQ part. There are 6 MCQs first of all. Which one of the following is an external source of finance? So you can send the answers to chat line. Okay, I can see some couple of answers. Okay, first question A1, external source of finance is not the retained profit, is internal, it's not the selling assets, it's internal, uh, it's not the sales revenue, it's internal. So answer is external thing is D is the answer. So I get the correct answers from a couple of students I can see. Thank you. So answer is D, share capital. Share capital is the answer. External source of finance. Okay. Number 2, which of the following is form of discrimination is covered by legislation? It's covered by legislation, guys. There are certain acts are there in business which covers the legislation discrimination. So ability, do you think ability, there's an act called disability act but not about ability, right? Let's keep that answer. Age, yes, age, there's act is there, age discrimination. And ethical, no, we don't have act for ethical, we have race relation act but not for ethical. And for political, no, we don't have act for political as well. So the answer is correct answer. I can see the couple of students actually responding. Yeah, the correct answer I got from them, and yes, answer is age discrimination. The correct answer, age discrimination, B is the correct answer. Yes, you are correct. Good job. So part 2 answer is age discrimination. Third question, which of the following would be used to gather the data of the business? Very easy question. Okay, we know it's nothing else but that market research. Yes, you gather the data. We define the market research also. GAP, gathering, analyzing and presenting information. Yes, correct, all of you correct this time. Good. Market research, none other than the market research. That's the only way to gather information, not the orientation, not the segmentation, not the marketplace. Okay, question number 4, MCQ. In the break-even graph, the break-even point is when, right? Break-even point, the as a total cost and total revenue is break even, right? That's a situation. So A, the total cost and fixed cost same, wrong. Total fixed cost and the variable cost the same, wrong. Total cost and the revenue are the same, yes, that's the answer. Fourth one answer is C. I get a couple of answers I can see. Yes, you get the correct answer. So answer is C. Break even point, there's a situation where total cost equal total revenue, TRTC, right? Okay, so next question is a calculation question. They're giving some kind of a data regarding the Tata Motor Company, the supply of tire. So they produce 2,400 items. Average price per tire is 27. Variable cost per tire 12. Fixed cost per month 6,000. They're asking the total cost of the business. TC to find out, the formula for total cost. Fixed cost plus variable cost. The fixed cost in this case 6,000, variable cost per unit 12, then total variable cost you have to find 12 times 2,400, right? Use your calculator so you can find out the total variable cost. If you just multiply and you can find out the 12 multiplied by production 2400, the answer is 28,800. So plus fixed cost 6,000, if you add that, the answer is B is the correct answer. So I again explain fixed cost plus variable cost. Fixed cost 6,000, variable cost total 12 times 2400. If you add them up, variable cost and fixed cost, answer is D, 34,800, right? So check your answers. So I can see a couple of students have only answered this time. And the sixth question, the customer in Germany is exchange, foreign exchange conversion question. Customer in Germany wishes to buy a Tata Nano car from India, and the cost of this vehicle is 465,000 Indian rupees. The exchange rate is €1 equals 78 rupees. What would the German customer has to pay for the nearest Euro car? So you can answer. Yeah, I can see the answers are flooding in the chat line. So you can see this time what you have to do. The Indian rupee 465,000. It's a common sense, guys. 465,000 Indian rupee, and then exchange rate for Indian rupee for euro is 78. So divide by 78, please. Then you can answer. It's coming 5,961.53. So we can round it off to the nearest tenth, and then the answer is coming. C is the answer, 5,962. So I can see a couple of students actually have correctly answered that number. Yeah, C is the answer. Yes, correct. Yes. So a lot of people are asking. Yes, C is the answer. So how you get this answer? 465,000 divided by 78. 465,000 divided by 78. All right. So that's I think the end of the MCQ part. Let's go to definition section. This is asking insolvency, right? So I would like to ask insolvency coming which section, not the HR, not the marketing. So insolvency we discuss in where we talk about the current ratio, asset test ratio, the solvency, we're doing the liquidity ratio, we talk about the financial management. So what is the insolvency? So you can see basically it's kind of a bankruptcy. So unable to pay your debts, unable to pay the debts. So that is the situation where normally accounting we say normally when your asset is less than the liabilities, asset is less than the liability, so you cannot repay the debts. That situation called insolvency. If you have that meaning, the keyword unable to settle the liabilities, that meaning we are giving 1 mark for you. So unable to settle the debts or asset less than the liabilities we call insolvency, right? Okay, the part C, define the term product life cycle. Product life cycle, we talk about it marketing, right? There's a couple of stages from development, the stages of a product from development, introduction, growth, maturity, saturation, decline, DIG, MSD. Remember, so in definition part also you have to write the same thing. It shows the product life cycle, right? The stages of a product from development to decline, or development, introduction, growth, and decline. So don't define, because in my experience, I know some of you actually writing this answer as a product life cycle is a life cycle of a product. Don't repeat the question, so don't do that mistake. So product life cycle means it is show you the stages of a product from development stage to decline stage. So I'll show you the marking scheme so you can feel the proper answer, how a definition question coming is a marking scheme for the summer 2019 paper. So it says that the product life cycle is the stages of a product will pass through from its introduction through growth, maturity, and the decline. Stages of a product will pass through from its introduction through growth, maturity, and decline. So you should have that stages like a keyword must be there in your definition to get the 1 mark. All right. So the other one, part 1D, it's a state question. State question. So I'll read the question first of all. The question asking, state one reason why Tata Motor Company employee could be dismissed. Staff dismissal is coming under human resource management, guys. This discussion, you can see the state question again repeating. You need to have application. This is a tire company, Tata Motor Company. Give me one reason why their worker can be dismissed. So you can see the marking scheme. In their marking schemes they mention what are the potential answers. By arriving late, absenteeism, arriving late on production line. So that's the one reason. Where's the application? Production line. You just write arriving late to absenteeism, 0 marks. For where? Production line. You arrive into the production line late. Stealing, 0 marks. Stealing what? Stealing items such as tire. Hmm? Such as tire. I know tire difficult. No, tire is a big item. Anyway, right? Stealing some items such as equipment, some spanner, sometimes small items or tire, whatever it is, you have to mention something related. You have to touch the case study. Without touching the case study, if you just write the answer, no marks. This is a very easy question to answer, like a 1 mark state question. So never miss out this opportunity in papers. 1 mark state means always touch the case study. Touching the case study means actually not writing the name of the case study. You have to write something example from the case study, like tire, production line, something. If you say arriving late to the Tata company, stealing from Tata, no mark, 0 mark, because why? Tata is mentioned in the case question also. So don't mention the case name again. That is not the application. Write some example from the case study. So I think I've been telling this thing from a long time. Okay, now 1E question. It's a calculation question. You can see, I'll share the question first of all. This calculation they're asking for you to calculate the percentage increase in that particular year. So Tata company 2016, their global vehicle sales is 89,841, and 17 after 1 year it has gone up by 23% higher. So it's a simple mathematics, guys. So what you do? 89,000 increase at another 23%. At another 23%. So there's a lot of calculators we are permitted to use a calculator. So just multiply by 123%, or multiply by 1.23, or just calculate 23% from this and add it up again to 89,841. So if the answer is so workings, if you can show, because correct workings also sometimes answer wrong, correct workings you can get the 1 mark, but correct answer anyway 2 marks are available. This is how we have to do 23% and add it up again. There's a one method. Or just multiply 1.23, 123% from 89,000. So 2017 figure after increasing 23% is 110,504. 110,504 for the correct numerical answer. Full marks we can avoid. Okay, let's move on to the next 1F, the 3 mark question. 3 mark question always is AO1, knowledge only, no application. This case they're asking, what's the question they're asking for 1F question? They are saying explain one impact of using technology. Explain one impact of technology on the manufacture of vehicles. 3 mark question. So technology you can use in several ways, but always make sure they're asking if one impact, don't write multiple impact. Right? You can talk about the efficiency, then develop that point of efficiency. If you talk about the technology will increase the quality, then develop that thing quality wise. Don't mix up with the line, don't link like a two, three advantages together. They're asking only one advantage. So stick to one advantage and develop that point. For example, we can see as a result of using technology, so technology will improve the efficiently, and also as a reduce cost cut. You can see the workers, you can see compared to laborers, technology will be, you can see more, you can use the perfectly, you can use the wastage of materials will be very low. As a result, the cost will be go down, and as a result of that, the profitability will increase. Like that, give some kind of a link, one BLT point, BLT, because leads to therefore point for explanation. That's enough, right? So explanation question, let's say we'll move on to the marking scheme. What they say, one possible impact of technology, they are saying the fewer people required to work in the factories doing repetitive jobs, and people get bored. As a result, doing this jobs market mistake, and less employees bring costs go down. And also they're giving the manufacturing like a technology production, right? This production, you can see next point, using robot. Robotics technology like vehicle manufacturing like Toyota, they're using robo arms. More robots are manufacturing the vehicles than previously, as this means that the vehicles can be manufactured in any country, right? Therefore, the business would move to a cheaper country as well. And few production requires the work in the factories doing repetitive jobs. People get bored, machines are not get bored, ne? So working like sometimes like a 24 hours is okay, because right, not like humans. So jobs, they are not doing mistakes, less employees being low, cost down, efficiency thing. The first point they're trying to figure out the efficiency, the cost cutting thing. Second thing they want to talk about the robotics, how they efficiently use any country they can go and talk like that. Answer one list, and then that should be developed, right? The next question is one G 6 mark question. Let's move on to the question. The 6 mark question 1G, right? So 6 mark question, 3 mark for application, 3 mark for analysis. Analyze the importance of good public relations at Tata. As I told in the case study in the beginning, they have mentioned some small para about the case study. They started there giving some kind of a donation to schools, hospitals, community development projects, and everything. There are proper, I think, the enough evidences we can find from this case study. So importance of good public relations. So two importance, because public in happy, that image is very important for the business, because then only they can develop a good business relationship with the customer. So you have to develop that point. 2 points you have to develop for 6 marker. Application, talk about the hospitals and talk about the schools that it constructed. Look at this application point. You can say Tata Motor Company highlight that it helps local community with building schools, working on the environment. And on the other hand, Tata Motor Company also invests heavily in the health and welfare of the people, right? And analysis part, they say the public are more likely to think that as a result of that, Tata helping them, they're using their company profits and to helping out the local community. And if there is any bad publicity about the other thing, on the other hand, if there is bad publicity about the vehicles, so then it can have a negative effect on the business, because that's why they are helping them. Every organization, they are keeping some kind of maintaining good PR with the society. Then company can maintain the brand, goodwill, everything. So whatever the good product, PR is important. The reputation is really important for them. Okay, another one is a second question now. I think yeah, starting question number 2. Let's go to discussion of the question number 2. So so now first 20 mark is over. Second question also you can see same setup. State questions, no MCQ this time. You see two state question, one explain question, another explain question, three explain questions, so 9 marks there, and then one 9 mark question. So you can see this time the 9 mark question is cost plus pricing and promotional pricing, both coming under pricing strategies in marketing mix. So which option is better, cost plus pricing or promotional pricing? So you should know the benefits, good and bad of cost plus pricing, good and bad of the promotional pricing. Select one option, stick to one option, right? Two advantages, one against the point or disadvantages, and you kind of like an evaluation, some solution for that, and like we call conclusion. Okay, now we'll move on to the beginning of this question. So state questions and explain questions. The Tata company has employees across the world. It tried itself in looking after all employees and ensuring that their needs are met. State one non-financial objective for Tata company. Non-financial. There are financial as well as non-financial things are there. Like non-financial things are personal satisfaction, employee welfare, customer satisfaction, like that. But how we can link it to the Tata? How we can link it to the Tata? The case study, you have to link to the Tata case study. So again, the marking scheme, the social objective of working with the local area and the helping the children and community. So one of the non-financial objectives is the social objective. So social objective you can talk with, okay, their children and community can develop. So there's another objective. Moreover, Tata company wants to good image of the producing car. So think of brand development, the reputation of the company. So good image is another objective, non-financial. Producing a car that does not harm the environment to become more environmentally friendly, like that. Another question, state question. State one reason why Tata Motor Company would employ casual staff. Casual staff. We talk about the types of job opportunities available, the type of jobs available in organization. We talk about that in human resource management section. HR part, we talk about there are certain types of employees are there in organization. First one is the permanent employee. Then we have part-time employees like casual employees and temporary employees we have. So they're asking what's the benefit, what is the reason of using casual staff. Right, guys, when you talk about the casual staff, is they don't have any contract. Because 0 hour contract, they have like a on-call duty. Sometimes they don't have to work regularly. They don't have to work fixed contract. So they are casual contract. Casual means sometimes they are working. If they want, we want them. They are coming. For example, company lawyer sometimes, and sometimes doctor. It can be a plumber, electrician, cleaning the department, something like that. So if we need their service only, they come and give their service for us. As a result of that, we will be able to get this is casual temporary, not like a temporary staff. Temporary staff is different. This is casual staff, like on call duty. So one reason why Tata would employ the casual, because it's increase their flexibility. If there is a huge demand, then they can have the thing. How you can set up this answer? So you can see marking scheme. They say the casual staff is important because uh, the Tata company, when Tata Motor Company is busy with many new orders for its vehicles, then they can use a casual staff. So, and Tata Motor Company is busy. So, like that, when motor company, I mean, that's application. When motor company is busy with many new orders of its vehicles, that's application. Ne? So business name is not a good application, but vehicle is a good application. Busy with many orders of it vehicle. Another point you can say when someone is off on long-term sick from the production line, so we can have casual worker like increaser, like a shadowing person, like temporarily we can hire that casual worker until that person return back from the sickness. So other one is part C. The explain questions are there. Two explain question. 2C. I'll read the question. 2C answer explain one reason why business using fringe benefits. The HR question. Fringe benefit mean perks like uniform, food, traveling, medical, all the kind of like a non-financial thing called fringe benefits. So they're asking explain one reason, not application here. So the advantage of using fringe benefits you can see they are summarizing here. The fringe benefit will be using for the organization will motivated employees, and also this could lead to improve the productivity and higher sales. So BLT, will motivation will increase. This will leads to improve their productivity, therefore higher sales. Like that, productivity, higher sales, higher revenue, like that. So like that is the question. And also the second next question 2D. Look at the answer. They're asking reason to use job production plus further mark for explaining this reason for a maximum of 3 marks. So question itself they're asking explain one reason why business would use a job production. Yeah, sometimes this one is not needed to chart data. You can just generate answer. You can write explanation question, right? Why they're using job production? This is the answer. Job production is used to produce a unique piece of work. It is made with the exact need of the customer that requires a time and skill of employees, right? You want to produce a unique product for exact customer order and meet the exact demand for the customer that requires the time and skills of the employee. That's the reason. So take one reason. If you want some tailor-made thing happen, then job production is the best. So no need to have the same wording, but similar wording you can write like a, so you can produce a good dance easily. You can have. Okay, now let's moving into the last question of this 9-marker question. Another one more question, the 3-marker. They're asking benefit of short chain of command. This is another HR part, long chain of command and short chain of command. The layers, right? How many layers are there? How many links are there in organization to pass through? The benefits of short chain of command means you can see quick communication will be very quick, and it's all will very easy to administration, and then cost of the organization administration cost also going down. So one benefit you write like that. Short chain of command means that communication between workers and the management is less. Therefore, there is a less chance of message being mistaken, and managers are less remote, and therefore, if there is a problem, they can sort out quickly, right? So that's how you have to write BLT model. Then it comes into the 9-marker question. Look at that. As I mentioned, the promotional pricing or cost plus pricing. So AO2 3 mark application, AO3 analysis 3 mark, and AO4 evaluation 3 marks. In this kind of option questions, guys, as I told you, the best thing is actually write the 2-1 method. 2-1 method, two advantages and one disadvantage methods. So here, no need of definition. So don't waste your time by defining the option. Stick to one option and then take that advantages of either option and then take one against one argument against that option, and then at the end you have to balance it. You have to talk about a certain things. Actually, I tell you like a Meliba point and the like a Anthony Joshua knockout options, like good conclusion techniques I have taught you in my previous sessions. You can see. So option one, cost plus pricing. So cost plus pricing application, you can see, then the Tata Motor can know that the cost of making the vehicles have been covered as advantage. If you have a cost plus pricing, one advantage is they can make sure that cost can cover, because cost plus pricing always the profit margin adding to the cost, which may ensure that cost has been covered. And option two, if they use the promotional pricing, that means it's a good strategy for selling new vehicles. Promotion pricing, like giving discount and sell. Option one, analysis point, if you use cost plus pricing, Tata Motor Company know the cars are selling well and it's making money, which means the more profit for the business. So Meliba point, right? I told you, make the point, link it to the case study, explain that point, and write what kind of area, the business area, the impact on the business. So as a result of cost plus pricing, it makes sure that profitability is there. It's good for the financial part of the organization. It makes sure that the profitability has achieved. And however, you can see the evaluation against AO4 for option one. However, cost plus pricing, what method? They actually that guaranteed profit on the cost of manufacture, and it does not guarantee that the sales are going to be made. Especially if competitor is cheaper, therefore selling more vehicles, because they ignore the competition, they ignore the other market factors, they only consider only costs. That's against the point, right? For and against, you have to balance the answer at the end before you write the conclusion. Then you have to say at the end the conclusion. However, there are goods and bads. Cost plus pricing. Overall, cost plus pricing is very good for Tata because it's because of these things. Support your answer. Support your answer, and at the end, overall, I believe the advantage of this cost plus pricing outweigh the disadvantages like that. So, and however, it depends on the management strategy and the marketing department's thinking. However, it depends. It depends point of use. Then you can actually that AJKO model the conclusion, then you can go to the higher level. You can go 9 out of 9, like a higher level marking. Like you can actually have a good A star level, 8s and 9s. You can definitely achieve if you write like that. Okay, so that's the end of the question number 2. So then today we actually talk about in this session talk about question number 1 and 2. In my next session we'll see you again on how we discuss about the question number 3 and 4, which included 12 mark as well. So this is a Tata Motor case study, 2019 June paper. Paper 2 we discuss next. Okay, next time we'll do the question number 3 and 4. So until next time, see you again. Bye bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.